Hello everyone, it's Giratina and welcome to another figure unboxing and review. This time we're looking at three little random, I guess they're not really random, figures from the Pokemon Gallery series. This is pretty much a kind of like new-ish series of figures that are being released on the American Pokemon Center website. And I can't tell you, at least for the Cubone, how long I've been waiting to get my hands on this thing. I love Cubone way too much, and I've seen this for the longest time. Unfortunate thing with me is that I live in Canada and the Pokemon Center does not ship here, so I have to figure out a way or have people I know who live or have moved in the US to get me these figures. We're going to be taking a look at pretty much a Cubone one from the Wave 1 of figures and Wave 2's figures of both Eevee and Pikachu and Eevee. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. So I'm going to be opening the Cubone one first. Essentially what these figures are the Pokemon in their kind of like signature move kind of stance form. Oh god, I'm so excited about this, sorry guys. But before we get into it, let's take a look at the box here. So pretty standard, like they're fairly cheap figures, so like I'm not expecting too much out of them. The only unfortunate thing is that at least the Cubone and Pikachu, the order came in envelopes, so they got a little bit squished in the mail. Honestly, I probably would have gotten one of these Cubones and not have opened it out of the box, but I don't know, it's pretty basic. There's not much. It's like the picture of the same figure over and over again throughout the thing. Obviously this Cubone is in a Bone Club stance. I really like this picture of it actually on this side of the box. And it has a description of what the move is essentially on this back part of the box here. Telling you, I'm assuming that they're going to keep releasing more and more of these, them being Pokemon, the Pokemon company, throughout the next few years. I kind of am a little bit excited for it, even though it's going to be a bit hard to collect on my side. Let's get straight into the opening though. Legitimately, this is all that's in the box. No kind of plastic surrounding, a little plastic booklet thing. Don't know why it's so spacious and airish here, but yeah. But here is, oh my gosh, here's the Cubone. Oh, I'm so excited, this is so cool. So essentially what Cubone's doing, he has his Bone Club move. He's posing on top of all these jagged rocks here. And looking at the mold quality, the mold is actually like way better than I thought I would. So I think this is a bit cheap to compare a 10-year-old like Tomy figure to this, but I have it on hand easily here. This is the original Tomy figure, but yeah, so far so good. The rocks are actually like, they look really realistic. I really like the shading of them actually. Yeah, it's a little bit of an adorable thing. The paint quality is way more, yeah, the paint quality is like extremely good. When I was looking at the pictures, it didn't look that good to me, but like now that I have it in person, the paint quality of the Cubone itself and all the rocks is like really good. If you flip the base upside down, you see a little bit of the clear plastics, but I don't think that really matters too much. Yeah, got a good hefty base, and it's a pretty little figure, and we can put it on the side. Next up, we got Wave 2, and I'm actually curious about this. Let's see if there's any little improvements or whatnot. Judging by the first figure, I don't think there needs to be though, because these are actually like really well made, and definitely worth the 15 bucks per figure, which is like, I'm actually a little bit surprised how cheap that is, in all honesty. Looking at both the boxes, the Pikachu came in envelope as well, the Eevee did not. That's why the Eevee's box is like a bit in a bit better shape. But we got the same dealio here, not much changing from the Wave 1 figures. What I'm really curious about is how the clear plastic looks once I open them out of the box and dig into that. I really should have gotten something from the Wave 1 like the Magikarp or whatnot to compare, but like I don't think there's gonna be a huge difference either way. I should also note too that like throughout the boxes, if you look inside, it's just a basic kind of like cool like color background. There's no funky patterns like we saw with the GEM figures here, even though those are a bit more expensive in my last video. However, let's take a look into both of these individually. First up, I'm going to take a look and sneak peek at Pikachu. So obviously, the newer gen, we got the newer Pikachu, and oh my gosh, he's posing in a Thunderbolt there. No, it's a male Pikachu, but he's posing in a Thunderbolt stance here. and I think that's so cool. I mean, the Cubone's cool, and I love Cubone because it's my favorite Pokemon, and like him posing like that, but the Pikachu, oh my gosh, I was actually not thinking about getting the Pikachu originally, but I am really appreciating this pose. It's a clear base, unlike the kind of rocky base with the Cubone, but I think that's fine, and that's all we really need in this, because you see Pikachu with the Thunderbolt riding it, and I wonder if this is this just like kind of glued on? No, it looks like it's connected, the Thunder and Pikachu himself. Paint job, as always, is baller, and no real awkward clumps or anything, and again, the mold quality is fantastic in this, actually. As always, one thing I do notice here is that the whole base of the Thunderbolt, if you can look at the bottom here real quick, it's only being held by this one peg, and that kind of worries me. I'm gonna assume like it's all glued here as well, but it looks like there's only kind of like one peg kind of like holding it in place as opposed to whole mold, so hopefully I won't ruin it. Definitely I feel like I have to be more delicate about it, but yeah, that's Pikachu here. Nice and beautiful with the Cubone. Finally, we got Eevee. So let's move these to the side real quick. Eevee is posing in Swift, using Swift. I honestly really like this as well. As we saw with the previous two figures, the paint job is fantastic, mold quality is fantastic. Only thing I've really noticed there is like on the sides, it's just this side. We got some brown paint on the actual clear plastic, and that's gonna bug me a little bit. But yeah, I think they portrayed Swift so wonderfully in this. You see Eevee riding it. I love all the little stars on the base of it. Unlike the clear base with the Pikachu, there's a little bit like dynamic action going on, even though I think they captured Pikachu's actions like perfectly as well. However, yeah, I really like the Swift and the stars. The kind of like clear plastic use of Eevee riding on the waves of Swift, I'd say, I guess, is a really nice touch. I actually like this a lot. And as I mentioned before, the stars on the base of the figure really add to it, I'd say. Kind of like makes you ignore these huge giant like two planks on the side of holding the whole Eevee and Swift pieces together. It's kind of distracting, and if you look at it from the front, it actually legitimately, if you look at it from the front, they do an amazing job at covering up these two figures, and it looks fantastic. Now the question stands. This is obviously going to be a subjective question as always. Are these figures worth the price? I'd like to say for $16 US, they're really nice. Like, I like them a lot. I would splurge my money on it a bit, obviously, like, because Cubone is my favorite Pokemon. There are more waves. If you are interested in them, I'll leave a link in the description to the official Pokemon Center's site for you to buy them and purchase them for yourselves. Obviously, $16 can get you a lot of things. You can get a new shirt, you can get a new, a couple meals, even, maybe a borderline fancy meal. Not really, not $16. But, yeah, I'd say they're relatively worth it. I am probably gonna buy more of these as they come out, and I have access to getting them to me somehow the more my favorite Pokemon come out. But like, yeah, this is a really cool step in the Pokemon Center's manufacturing of new products for the Pokemon Center. I think it's like one of my favorite things. Like, I'm not a huge fan of stuffies, and I know Pokemon, like, they like to shell out stuffies and plushies up the wazoo. So having an actual like kind of like hard plastic figure is more my style. But yeah, guys, I'm kind of doing a slow kind of coming back to YouTube type thing. I'm going to be doing hopefully weekly content. It's going to be all over the place. It's going to be videos like this. Going to be videos, gameplay videos, stream highlight videos. I'm streaming a lot now, so if you want to check that out, I'm going to plug myself in there. And yeah, my name's Guillotines, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I also hope you guys have a good and wonderful